Rome was the greatest empire the world had ever seen. At its peak, it controlled 5 million square kilometers. From England in the north, to Egypt in the south, from Spain in the west, to modern-day Iraq in the east. Over 70 million people lived under Roman rule. That was 25% of the entire world's population. So how did something this powerful completely disappear? The answer will surprise you. Rome didn't fall in a day. It didn't fall in a year. It took 500 years to collapse. And it destroyed itself from the inside. In 27 BC, Augustus became Rome's first emperor. Rome was powerful, organized, and unstoppable. The Roman army was the finest fighting force in the world. Roman roads connected every corner of the empire. Roman law governed millions of people. Rome was eternal, or so they thought. The first crack appeared at the top. Roman emperors started dying faster than they could be replaced. In one single century, Rome had 37 different emperors. Most of them were assassinated by their own generals, by their own guards, sometimes by their own family. Nobody trusted anyone. And without strong leadership, the empire began to wobble. Then came the money problem. Rome's armies were expensive, extremely expensive. To pay for everything, Roman emperors did something dangerous. They started putting less silver in their coins. A coin that was once 90% silver became 5% silver. Prices exploded overnight. Merchants refused to accept Roman money. Soldiers demanded to be paid in gold. The economy was collapsing. Sound familiar? Then came the barbarians. For centuries Rome had kept them out. The Visigoths, the Vandals, the Huns, all pushed back, all defeated. But now Rome's army was weak, underpaid, undermanned, demoralized. The borders were too long to defend. 5 million square kilometers of border, and not enough soldiers to protect it. So Rome did something desperate. They started hiring barbarians to defend Roman borders against other barbarians. The very people Rome was fighting were now inside Rome's walls, wearing Roman uniforms, carrying Roman weapons. This was Rome's fatal mistake. Then in 376 AD, something changed everything. The Huns arrived from the east, terrifying, unstoppable, merciless. They pushed entire nations westward. The Visigoths, running from the Huns, begged Rome to let them in. Rome said yes. 1 million refugees crossed the Roman border. Rome treated them terribly. Roman officials stole their food, sold their children into slavery. The Visigoths were furious. They revolted. And in 378 AD, at the Battle of Adrianople, the Roman army was destroyed by people Rome had let inside its own borders. The emperor himself was killed. Rome never recovered from this moment. By 400 AD, Rome was fighting wars on every single border. North, south, east, west. The treasury was empty. The army was broken. The government was corrupt. And then on August 24th, 410 AD, the unthinkable happened. The Visigoths entered Rome. For the first time in 800 years, a foreign army walked through Rome's gates and sacked the eternal city. The whole world was shocked. St. Jerome wrote, "The city that conquered the world has itself been conquered." But Rome still survived. Barely. For a few more decades, weak emperors sat on the throne. Real power belonged to barbarian generals. Who controlled the army? Who controlled Rome? The last Roman emperor was a boy, just 16 years old. His name was Romulus Augustulus, the same name as Rome's legendary founder. On September 4th, 476 AD, a barbarian general named Odoacer walked up to this boy emperor and told him to leave. No battle, no dramatic last stand. Just leave. And the boy left. Just like that. 500 years of empire, the most powerful civilization in human history, ended with a teenager being told to go home. So why did Rome really fall? Not because of the barbarians. Rome had defeated barbarians for centuries. Not because of money problems. Rome had survived economic crises before. Rome fell because it forgot what made it great. Strong leadership, disciplined army, united people. When Romans stopped trusting each other. When leaders cared more about power than empire. When citizens stopped believing in Rome itself. That was the moment Rome truly fell. The barbarians didn't destroy Rome. Rome destroyed Rome. And that is a lesson history keeps trying to teach us. Over and over again.